In the heart of Louisiana, there lived a young baseball prodigy named Cameron Robbins. At 18 years old, he was already a star player for the renowned Louisiana State University Laboratory School. Cameron was more than just an athlete. He was adored by his classmates and cherished by his loved ones. Described as a humble and respectful young man, he held his family, education, and community in high regard. Cameron served as a role model, not just on the field, but also off it, inspiring others through his exemplary behavior. As Cameron bid farewell to his high school days, he and his classmates embarked on a celebratory adventure. They set sail on a captivating sunset cruise aboard the Blackbeard's Revenge, a pirate ship-styled vessel destined for the enchanting Bahamas. The night was filled with merriment and youthful audacity as the high schoolers reveled in the thrill of the moment. During this voyage, a dangerous dare was whispered into Cameron's ear while they glided along the waters near Athol Island. The challenge was simple yet daring. Jump overboard and plunge into the frigid Bahamian waters. Fueled by the festive atmosphere and unwilling to turn down a challenge, Cameron accepted without hesitation. Cameras trained on him. A crowd of students watched in anticipation, while others stood in disbelief. At around 11:30 p.m., the young athlete leaped off the boat, immersing himself into the mysterious depths of the Bahamian Sea. As he dived into the water, a grainy smartphone camera captured the unfolding drama, documenting the reactions of those on the boat deck. In response to Cameron's plunge, a life preserver was swiftly thrown into the water, intended to serve as his lifeline back to safety. However, amidst the chaos, something peculiar transpired. Rather than swimming towards the life preserver, Cameron turned his attention away from it, swimming in the opposite direction. The voices captured on the video echoed with panic and urgency, revealing the growing sense of unease among the witnesses. The video, a testament to the events that unfolded, quickly spread across social media platforms, captivating the attention of millions, particularly on TikTok. Internet sleuths and social media users became engrossed in the footage, noticing an eerie anomaly that sent shivers down their spines. Upon reviewing the video, many claimed to have spotted a shadowy figure lurking near the life preserver, casting doubts on what had truly transpired. Opinions ranged from the logical to the outlandish, with common comments suggesting that Cameron had encountered a shark nearby. Some even went so far as to propose that the young man had already fallen victim to a shark attack, explaining the frantic reactions captured in the video. Confirming the fears of the online speculators, Commodore Raymond King of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force acknowledged that the area where Cameron had gone overboard was notorious for its shark population. The waters surrounding the Bahamas teemed with diverse marine life, including the formidable tiger sharks. Speculators contended that it was this species of shark that Cameron had encountered. Tiger sharks are known for their opportunistic and versatile hunting habits, preying on various creatures. Yet, it was crucial to note that while these sharks were skilled hunters, they rarely targeted humans. Shark attacks on humans were infrequent, often a result of mistaken identity or mere curiosity. Butch Hendrick, a renowned public safety dive training expert, dismissed the notion that Cameron had fallen victim to a shark attack, stating that the creature's behavior in the water didn't align with typical shark behavior. Nevertheless, tiger sharks could inflict significant harm, often taking sizable bites before realizing their error and abandoning their intended prey. Despite this, the chances of the sharks returning for further consumption were slim, according to Hendrick. Despite the internet speculation regarding sharks, many shark behavior experts disagreed with the prevailing theories. Christina Zanato, a seasoned diver and shark conservationist based in the Bahamas, offered an alternative explanation. She posited that Cameron might have succumbed to hypothermia during his prolonged exposure to the chilling waters. Adding fuel to the fire were reports suggesting that the teenagers had consumed alcohol before the ill-fated jump, potentially impairing Cameron's judgment and increasing his vulnerability. With all these elements combined, the possibility of a non-shark-related tragedy loomed ominously. So, what truly happened to Cameron Robbins? Despite the crew's and local authorities' exhaustive efforts to locate the young man or recover his body, no sign of Cameron was ever found. Weeks turned into a fruitless search, leading to the painful decision to call off the rescue mission. The absence of answers left Cameron's loved ones and the entire internet community haunted by the chilling video and the enigmatic final moments of Cameron Robbins. Anthony Ingalls, known as Tony to his loved ones, was a 37-year-old ocean enthusiast who found solace and wonders in the vast uncharted depths of the sea. The power of the ocean, coupled with its mesmerizing sea life, never failed to captivate him. He often embarked on fishing trips with his close friend and fellow ocean lover, Thomas Lind, to satiate his passion. Tony and Thomas had been friends since college, sharing countless fishing and diving adventures in different parts of the world. So when Tony invited Thomas to join him on a fishing trip to the breathtaking Mendocino coast for abalone diving, Thomas readily agreed. As Tony and Thomas arrived at the Mendocino coast, they were welcomed by its rugged and breathtaking beauty. The landscape consisted of tall cliffs that stood proudly, jagged rocks scattered about, and waves crashing against the shore with great force. The sight was awe-inspiring, creating a sense of wonder and adventure. The vastness of the ocean lay before them, its wide expanse extending as far as the eye could see. It seemed to beckon them, tempting them to explore its mysterious depths and uncover its secrets. As the sun rose on a fateful Sunday morning, Tony and Thomas prepared their much-anticipated dive. However, just as they were about to plunge into the water, Thomas noticed a glitch in his diving gear. He urged Tony to proceed without him while he resolved the issue. Tony, wearing a sleek black wetsuit that clung to his body like a second skin, felt the coolness of the water as he took the plunge. The sensation exhilarated him, invigorating his senses. Tony's senses were overwhelmed by the vibrant colors and diverse marine life, immersing him in the beauty of the underwater world. Schools of fish swam gracefully, their scales glistening under the dappled sunlight that pierced the depths. Light rays danced through the water, casting ethereal shadows on the rocky seabed. Tony couldn't help but marvel at the magnificence surrounding him. Lost in his reverie, Tony focused on collecting abalone, the prized delicacy nestled among the rocks. Unbeknownst to him, a dark presence lurked nearby, stalking its unsuspecting prey. With each passing moment, the creature inched closer, preparing to strike and unleash its deadly power. While Tony ventured into the water, Thomas worked diligently to mend his diving gear. Eventually, he resolved the issue and joined his friend in the depths. As Thomas swam closer to Tony, a terrifying and bone-chilling sight unfolded before his eyes, filling him with overwhelming fear. He tried to scream, but the underwater environment swallowed his voice, leaving him utterly silent and helpless. Right in front of him, a massive great white shark emerged from the shadows. It was an astonishing sight, measuring an astounding 20 feet in length, and it darted swiftly toward Tony, who remained blissfully unaware of the imminent danger. It felt like everything froze in that dreadful moment as Thomas helplessly observed the unfolding horror. Sensing something was wrong, Tony tried to react, but it was too late. Suddenly, the enormous great white shark lunged toward him with a bone-chilling speed. Its jaws stretched wide, exposing sharp saw-like teeth that could cut through almost anything. The sound of the collision was sickening as the shark ruthlessly clamped its powerful bite around Tony's defenseless neck. The peaceful ocean instantly transformed into a horrifying sight filled with fear and violence. Tony's body twisted and writhed in unbearable pain as the shark attacked him. The gigantic creature shook its head forcefully, tossing Tony's defenseless form around like a rag doll. The shark showed no mercy, tearing through flesh and bone mercilessly. It ripped Tony's head from his body, separating them with brutal force. The previous clear waters lost their purity, becoming a murky red as Tony's blood mixed with the vast sea. Thomas, frozen in a state of fear and panic, could scarcely believe the horrifying spectacle unfolding before him. The vicious attack lasted but a minute, yet its impact was devastating. The image of his friend's headless corpse drifting lifelessly on the ocean floor seared into Thomas's consciousness, shattering his sense of safety and security. Snapped back to reality, Thomas was consumed by an overwhelming sense of terror as he fought for his life. The chilling presence of the great white shark lingered in his mind, propelling him to swim with unwavering determination toward the surface, where safety awaited on the boat. The fear that gripped him was so intense that he couldn't bring himself to glance back, for he knew that even a momentary glimpse of the relentless predator would only fuel his panic. Every muscle in Thomas's body screamed with exhaustion, but the adrenaline coursing through his veins pushed him beyond his limits. With each powerful stroke, he propelled himself through the water, desperate to put as much distance as possible between himself and the lurking menace. His arms and legs moved in perfect synchrony, cutting through the water with a ferocity born out of the primal instinct to survive. As he pushed his body to its physical and mental thresholds, the burning ache in his muscles became an afterthought. The only thing that mattered was the relentless pursuit of the surface, where safety beckoned and the shark's dominion would be left behind. The rhythmic sound of his own heavy breathing echoed in his ears, drowning out any other noise as he fought against the resistance of the water. Thomas's mind was singularly focused on the surface, his thoughts consumed by the image of the boat, a symbol of the sanctuary amidst the vast expanse of the ocean. The weight of fear pushed him forward, driving him to swim with a ferocity that defied his physical exhaustion. He drew strength from the depths of his being, summoning every ounce of determination to propel himself closer to his salvation. Finally, Thomas breached the surface, gasping for air as he clung to the side of the boat. Trembling and exhausted, he wasted no time alerting the authorities about the unimaginable tragedy that had unfolded beneath the waves. An hour later, a rescue team and local authorities arrived at the scene, their solemn faces reflecting the gravity of the situation. Together, they embarked on a grim task, recovering Tony's lifeless body, forever marked by the savage brutality of the shark. In the following days, the search for the shark and Tony's missing head proved fruitless. The ocean had reclaimed its secrets, leaving only sorrow and unanswered questions behind it. For Thomas, the incident left an indelible mark on his soul. Though he survived the physical ordeal, the emotional scars and trauma would haunt him for the rest of his days, a constant reminder of the fragility and unforgiving nature of the ocean that he once loved so dearly. It was a sunny January day in 2011 when Nicole Moore, a spirited 39-year-old woman, found herself caught in a heart-stopping struggle against the unforgiving power of the sea. She was vacationing in the breathtaking coastal paradise of Cancun, Mexico, with her close-knit group of friends from her exercise club. As the sun began its descent, Nicole's friends decided to head back to their hotel, while she yearned to bask a little longer in the soothing embrace of the ocean. Nicole, covered in sand from a spirited volleyball match, waded into the water near the shore, hoping to wash away the remnants of their game. Unbeknownst to Nicole, the tranquility of the Cancun waters had been disturbed earlier that day. 2 sharks had been spotted near a nearby resort, prompting an alert to ensure the safety of swimmers. One of the sharks had been successfully guided away, but the other remained hidden beneath the surface. As Nicole gracefully glided through the water, her eyes caught sight of 2 figures on jet skis in the distance. Assuming them to be fellow beach enthusiasts, she continued her leisurely swim. Yet, a sudden change in the air triggered an instinctual unease within her. With a jolt, the figures on the jet skis began yelling, their voices echoing through the vast expanse of the sea. Nicole's heart raced, and she felt a chill crawl down her spine. Something was undeniably wrong. Suddenly, Nicole felt a powerful force hit her leg. It was a terrifying sensation, as if something cold and slimy had forcefully collided with her. It didn't take her long to comprehend the horrifying reality. She was being attacked by a shark. The realization flooded her with panic, sending waves of fear rushing through her entire body. However, something peculiar happened. Thanks to the adrenaline and endorphins coursing through her system, her body seemed to be shielded from experiencing the excruciating pain that should have accompanied such a traumatic event. The shark attacked Nicole's left thigh and arm with a strong and forceful bite, causing serious injuries on both limbs. However, Nicole wasn't ready to give up easily. She had a strong and unwavering determination to survive. She found the inner strength to fight back even in the face of danger. Nicole forcefully struck the shark's sensitive nose repeatedly with every ounce of energy she had left. It was a desperate attempt to fend off the predator and protect herself from further harm. She knew her survival depended on her ability to fight back with all her might. The shark finally recoiled in pain, letting go of Nicole's mangled leg. In that short moment of respite from the clutches of the beast, Nicole took the opportunity to escape. Though weakened and battered, Nicole summoned every ounce of her willpower, struggling against the relentless currents to swim back to shore. Each stroke was a symphony of pain, but she was propelled by a fierce determination to escape the clutches of the unforgiving sea. Despite her injuries and immense pain threatening to consume her, Nicole refused to succumb to despair. With an indomitable spirit, she kicked and thrashed, struggling against the relentless pull of the ocean, fighting for her life. Each stroke towards the shore felt like an arduous battle, but she persisted, driven by an unyielding will to survive. As Nicole's strength began to falter, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. Another person riding a jet ski emerged from the chaos and came to rescue her. Skillfully maneuvering the powerful watercraft, they towed Nicole back to the safety of the shore. Nicole had difficulty catching her breath, and many people around her worried about her. She called out for help in a loud and desperate voice, fully aware of the gravity of her injuries. She understood that her situation was dire and required immediate and urgent attention. Seeing her distress, the crowd quickly gathered around her. They wanted to help and support her in any way they could. Some of them called for an ambulance or emergency services to come and provide immediate medical attention. Others tried to comfort Nicole and reassure her that help was on the way. Rushed to the hospital, Nicole's fight for survival had just begun. She underwent an arduous 8-hour operation as skilled surgeons worked tirelessly to reconstruct her ravaged body. She had lost 60% of her blood, and her vital organs teetered on the precipice of failure. Her left leg, mangled by the shark's vicious assault, was miraculously reattached, but the journey to recovery was far from over. Nicole required multiple tissue transplants, and despite the doctor's valiant efforts, her arm proved beyond salvation and had to be amputated. Throughout her recovery, Nicole's father and devoted husband stood by her side, providing unwavering support. Their love and presence brought solace to the darkest hours of her struggle, inspiring her to endure the excruciating pain and countless setbacks. As Nicole's wounds healed, an astonishing revelation emerged. Teeth marks found on her bones bore testament to the severity of the shark's attack, a chilling reminder of the fine line between life and death that she had walked.